Another story. Florida opts out of federal grocery subsidy for 2 million low-income children, man. Florida has opted out of a federal program that nonprofits say could decrease food insecurity for low-income families during the summer when children no longer have access to school meals. State officials decided not to participate in Sunbucks, which would have given qualifying families $120 per child for grocery expenses. It was one of 13 states to opt out of the program, all of them led by Republican governors.
Yep, Mississippi did it too.
Yeah, man.
And it's crazy. It's like, they gave my kids those cards. I was on food stamps for like 2 months really quick, switching jobs, and I worked my way off of it. But they still sent my kids to Sunbucks. You know what I'm saying? It still helps these kids eat. They get rid of those, and then they have it also adds to these programs they have in the summer. I used to work one. It's called it's a Parks and Rec thing. It's like Playground Express. The kids come down there, they play, and they get a free lunch because a lot of kids don't eat at home.
Yeah.
So this is just you're being cruel to poor folks just to sticking it to Democrats. But also, in Florida, John Desantis, Florida, #1 Florida man, he also just cut he slashed $32 million from Florida arts funding over inappropriate festival. Now, to give you a rundown of this really quick, he cut $32 million from these festivals. Let me get back to it. And when he did it because one festival that receives $7,300 is the one he didn't like because he said it has sexual acts in it.
Really?
Yeah, but see, I mean, this stuff it funds a lot of stuff. He shocked even his own party members by eviscerating his state's art budget. This is the whole budget for the state, and so I can tell you really quick what all this entails. If y'all give me a second. Yeah, he pointed out to the Tampa Fringe as an example of the annual art festival that previously received just over $7,300. So $7,300 out of $32 million. And then he said it's inappropriate for taxpayers, but this affects organizations. The affected organizations include zoos, museums, art galleries, music programs, and theaters.
I mean, these are all things that people who don't have a lot of money, this is how you kind of culture your child. We go to these different places right here, and this is the closest a lot of people can get to how you can see things that are maybe above your means, have an experience that is outside of the normal day-to-day grind of a person who lives in the inner city, or a person who maybe even lives in the country or in the rural area who may not have a lot of money. And so to me, when growing up, we used to go get summer lunches. We'd go down to Lane Field. This was in Ohio. We go down to Lane Field and we get summer lunches. They give us a little sack lunches. That was our lunch. We didn't have a lot of money. And so, these are important things. Florida places like Florida, when you look at it, other Republican states, they're opting out of programs that doesn't make sense. Why would you opt out of a program that gives your kids $120 a piece to go eat? What would you do that for? What would you take
Because
away
in their
from-
minds, they do the thing. They'd be like, they don't think there's enough European Americans on those meals.
Oh man, it's flooded with European Americans.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Flooded.
It's like you're hurting the poor, and at one point in time, we gonna stand up. You know what I'm saying? People need to understand America. This country don't run without us. It don't run without the people working them jobs, doing service. It don't run without the taxi drivers. It don't run without the truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our country. This don't belong to the rich folks. This don't belong to the people making these crazy laws trying to take food out your mouth because they make groceries. They make grocery prices so high, they've tripled. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to give these kids $125 so they can eat.
Yeah, man. And it just, and you look at the power structure around the world is changing so drastically.